Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we are looking at the Gornt. Uh, from Wikipedia, Gornts were creatures whose meat were edible to a number of sentient species. 30 years after the Battle of Endor, Gornt meat was available at the castle of Maz Kanata on Takadona. When the castle was destroyed by the First Order, Chef Storno Tuggs lost the Gornt steaks that he had been saving in the freezer for a special occasion. That's kind of a very bland write up. In the old D6, which is what we're going to kind of get to here in a second. So everybody wanted to have Nerf steaks, but unfortunately, Nerf production and that was not widely available in all sectors of the galaxy. What they did find is Gornts, which are a little bit more of a toad-like species, had very um, kind of edible meat. Trying to say the best wording for this. It passed off as pretty decent meat for troops, and it was fairly fast to kind of grow to maturity and get processed for food rations. So both the Rebel Alliance and the Galactic Empire had gotten Gornt farms going so that way they could produce enough food for the troops. So that's really the basis of what we have here. This is just, another readily available animal that they were able to use for harvesting for the meat for both the Republic and uh, well, the Republic, the Rebel Alliance, and the Empire. Uh, really trying to make sure that they can sustain their troops in wartime efforts, especially when everybody's hopping across the galaxy. So, uh, you know, with that, we're gonna just get into our stats here, and we'll go from that point. All right, so showing the Gornt here. This is a meat animal. It comes originally from the planet Heather. Has a dexterity of 1d plus 2, perception of 1d, strength of 1d. Not very, you know, not the best stat wise. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like it's here. Hopefully, you guys can see this a little bit better. It's nothing spectacular. It does have a bite damage, so it does a strength plus 2 damage, so that comes out to a whole 1d plus 2 damage. So um, nothing really to worry a lot about. Has a move of 6. Remember, our galactic standard is a move of 10, so most humanoids are going at a speed of 10. So it's a slow kind of, they never say if it's a herbivore or if it is another meat eating animal. Um, so, with that being said, I really don't have a lot of extra information here, and Wikipedia doesn't carry a lot. Uh, Typically, I believe in the adventure that they talked about, they just kind of present it as a animal to herd onto a ship. So we don't really get a good grasp of what type of ecosystem it's really kind of coming out of and what it really does here. It is about 1 meter long, so yes, it's of a fairly good size, but not a huge size for a meat animal. But kind of like a kind of toadish pig in a way, I guess. So with that, that's really all the information we have. I really wish I could explain a little bit more, but there's just not that much information here, at least none listed that I've got currently at hand. So, with that, thank you so very much. I do apologize. I'm running a little bit behind. My schedule got a little hectic, so I'm behind on videos. I will get this posted up today. And again, my microphone system and everything else has been kind of going wonky, and it's been commented on. So I appreciate everyone for kind of trudging through. dealing with my technical errors as things are not doing the best here. Hopefully, I've got with a new microphone and a new camera, we're getting things fixed and worked out. I've had a couple of issues here, but hopefully, we're getting everything kind of worked out so it comes across in a fairly decent way, and we'll go from there. And if it's not, please feel free to let me know. It's wonderful hearing from people, the good and the bad. I mean, it's I'm not always on the best. Doing my best on a day to day basis, and sometimes I'm being rushed trying to get things out. So, with that, it is what it is. And again, thank you for kind of trudging along with me on this, and we'll keep going. So, thanks for stopping by. It's wonderful having you here. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.